we have to see. Because I'm very bad at telling people that I'm going live. So it's a little hard to tell. So we wait here and see if someone maybe wants to join me. And like you can see, it's New Year's Day, it's Sweden, and today we're gonna actually order pizza, and that's the biggest pizza day ever in Sweden. No pizzeria can allow it to be closed because everyone is buying pizza more or less. It's not many that don't do it. So if you're gonna have one, you have to actually order it in time because you never know how long you're gonna have to wait for it. But I'm still gonna wait and see if someone shows up. Not sure what I'm gonna talk about or something, so we have to see. But I just wanted to wish everyone a happy New Year's Day, and that 2025 gonna be a better year maybe for the most of us too, because I don't think 2024 was that good all the time. I had a lot of things going against me, but I'm a fighter, so I still continue and not want to go too much down in everything. So yeah, you do the best of the situation anyway. So even if it works and everything like that sucks, so there's nothing much to do. Is that type of times now? You can't just change work anyway because there's so many that don't have works. But I'm very happy to say that I found so many other golfs everywhere, golf YouTubers and that type of things, and they are amazing in all different type of ways. And I want to say thank you to even all the shout outs. I know this is one of them that shout out a lot. And this morning I also saw Star Raven Gothic Eternity did a shout out, and I really love and appreciate that. By Candlelight did one recently too before New Year's Eve, and I feel so honored to even be mentioned because I think they have so great channels compared with mine. Mine is a little more like an amateur type of things, but it's just a hobby. It's not for earning any money or something like that. I just want to get a community and find friends. And many of my girlfriends is not living in Sweden, and unfortunately, when you reach a certain age, especially in Sweden, they don't think you should be there. But I'm still the same person, so why should I change? Because I think you should be who you are, and you should be able to be who you are without people gonna say something about it. And working on a collab. I'm waiting for the other one, the other golf YouTuber to actually be in touch again, and that is Rouge the Golf, and she's amazing too. But I think she's busy or something because I haven't heard anything from her yet about the different things we're gonna do. And I do hope that other YouTubers want to do a collab too. I have been on lives recently for at least Star Raven Gothic Eternity, and it was exciting too. A bit nervous too, and I have a lot of problems first with connecting with the whole live things too because they do it over another type of stream, and of some reason my phone didn't want to connect with that type of things, but I succeeded at least to do that. So it's not always that easy to connect, even on internet. Sometimes, even if you think it should be just a button or something, but they do so much stupid things. Sometimes it protests, and I think it's a little boring too when you have YouTube. You can't really have music in the background if you don't do your own music or use that type of music that they maybe allow. Even if you're not monetized with that type of things, you can't still use it. And when you're gonna talk about music, it's much easier to actually play the music in the background. So I don't really get why we can't share music because that was the way I found music back in the days, especially when YouTube was young and didn't have all the stupid rules, and people were actually playing music in the background too in the videos and that, and they didn't have any claim that copyright claim that you can't do this. And I think they should stop doing that. It's better that we at least put down the bands we're using and say we don't have any rights. We can't maybe don't earn any money on the videos or something. If we have that type of YouTuber, I'm not that big, so I can't earn money anyway. I just do it for my hobby. I think it's a fun way to connect with people. So yeah, so we try to do a lot of things, but I think they should change a little the rules, make it a little easier. It's easy to share music and other things too if you can have something in the background. And I'm not sure that using AI music is the most optimal either because they're gonna destroy some bits for the real musicians too. It's the same when it comes to videos and films and that type of things. That start already to destroy for a lot of people that works professional and do a very hard work for what they're doing. But it's easy to use those tools. Yeah, it's easy to spread those type of videos too, and many people are not even aware that it's AI. And that is even more scary because some people are already so bad when it comes to their education. I see those videos when they ask someone from, an example from US, can you name 4 countries in this part of the world? And they show up the UK. And they don't even know that it's UK. So they can't even say England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland. And I was in that, don't they have any education anymore in the schools? They can't even say something in the US sometimes. And I think that's even worse because at least that in the states where they live. And that made me think about how is the kids even in my country, that is Sweden, because I know that everything have gone in the wrong direction with a lot of stuff. It's not just the schools, it's the healthcare, it's the safety when you go out. It's a lot of that type of thing happening now. That it's very sad times we live in. It's war around the world and everything. Yeah. People never learn. People never learn. How should we be safe anywhere if we can't even keep peace, or if we can't even let people be who they are? I think that's sad. I think it's very sad. But yeah, what should we do? What should we do? And I'm hoping that someone at least will come. And I see that someone is watching, or someone's have watching, but no one is really talking to me. So I think it's kind of harder to have a live too, especially when it's a little bit spontaneous. And I don't really plan what to do more than it's New Year's Day. I just skipping some time here. Hi, hi. Welcome to my live. And yeah, what I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna try to focus a more on do-it-yourself project because I think we need to go back to the roots, not just shopping for shopping. If I shop things, it's because I need things, and I try to shop things that is me, not an influencer told me what to wear, and that is the most fashionable right now because that's not the right way to go. Hello, Janet. Happy New Year. And yeah, so I thought that we need to go back to little do it yourself. Next Saturday is actually going to be a simple do it yourself video based on a t shirt. Everyone can do it. And I think I did it in a way so people can see that you don't have to do it like professional. Just do it. Have fun. Create something. Do something that is your own. And you can even make it even more what I did in that video too. But I'm not going to tell too much because you have to watch that one if you're curious. But I was thinking of doing more of that. I need to go over my wardrobe because most people that follow me, at least on YouTube and Instagram, know that I've gone through a weight loss journey. Is over 15 months now. So of course things have changed, and it's even changed with the things I have, and even my taste with age start to change. So I'm actually thinking of going a little more back and use more basic type of things and add accessories and that type of things. Find actually clothes that I can wear more often, both down dressed and up dressed, because that's the way to go. And that's also gonna be better for the environment too. And the things I'm not gonna use, I'm probably gonna give to charity anyway, because it can be the sizing is totally wrong now. So it's not gonna work. Even if I try to customize it, do it just yourself things on it, it's not gonna work because it's the wrong size or the wrong model for that type of things anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go through my wardrobes and then yeah, do it yourself project I want to do, and I'm probably gonna do a little more get ready with me, maybe more chatty ones, not just with music and rewind and that. And of course, I'm gonna do suggestions how you can dress or put accessories and that type of things together in a simple way, because people always see those more extreme ones, and not everyone is that extreme. Not everyone can be extreme, especially not all days in the week, because we are working or going to school or something like that. That maybe decide what we can wear and not to wear and how we can look like. And if you go up very early in the morning, you don't put on a complete Eldergoth face anyway, because yeah, some people might do it, but I am not one of them, so I shouldn't do it, and I don't put that very extreme Eldergoth makeup most of the times anyway, because I have my own style, and it's a little after my mood too. Sometimes I want to do it more, and sometimes I want to tone it down, and sometimes I'm very happy just go out with my natural face too. I have reached the stage now, so I actually can go out with my natural face. Maybe just add some mascara because I have blonde lashes and that type of thing, so they're gonna be a little more visible because else people don't see I have any lashes. So yeah, and of course I'm gonna start to take care even more about my health because I have other things that I need to focus on, and because my body is still attacking, because I have feral sickness and it's attack other parts of my body too. I have fibromyalgia, and yeah, a lot of things going on, so I need to get things to work for me so I have as healthy life as possible. And I think when it comes to food wise and that type of things, I have reached a spot just because of my surgery that I actually are much more healthier. But I also gonna focus with trying to do everything I can when it comes to other parts. I have a problem with my gum because my body is attacking everything. It's attacking my eyes, it's attacking my gum and that type of things. And I go often to the dentist too, so it's not that I don't care about things, it's just that my body is against me. So I actually started since 1-2 weeks from now, and started to do this with coconut oil that you flush your mouth with it. I have forgot the word now. They call it something, and you do it for between 10 and 20 minutes a day at least. And I actually seen changes in my gum and everything too, so that's great if that can help me protect that part of my health too. So, and it's had other type of things too, and I have read about other things that you can use for skin and that type of things like castor oil. So let's see if I'm gonna give that a go too, to go back and do a little more natural, not just buy creams and that type of things, because I do try to take care about my things. I wash my face good at the evenings when it's time for going to bed, and I try to moisturize it. I do it morning and evening, but I always buy those products that is ready made and you don't know to 100% what to put them in. But if you can go back to the natural part and see maybe even better results, so why don't go back to more natural life, because that's better for the nature too. So I'm gonna try that maybe in the future too, and I can tell people maybe how I think it goes, because I have seen maybe a lot of people be very positive to that type of things too, and I think even goths need to do that put on often that much makeup, no matter what gender you have and non-gender. So we are very keen on putting a lot of makeup on us, so it could be a good way to actually take care about the skin too, because everyone getting older, the skin is not gonna get better, and not everybody have the lucky to maybe have a good, great skin through the genes. I am lucky in that type of way, so it's not that bad, but you can never do too much when it comes to that type of things to take care about yourself. But that was a little boring stuff. So, but if we go back to yesterday, so it was a very, very calm day for us. It started very snowy, so I thought it should be a very snowy. It reminded when we moved in here first time. I think it was 7-8 years ago we moved to this place, and then it was a really snowstorm, and we were expecting friends from Gothenburg too. I didn't think they should arrive because it was so bad weather, but I did actually. But then it had snow, so it was over the knee when I was trying to go and wave, because they almost missed the house anyway, because I saw the car and everything. So, which I take that as a compliment in that case. So yeah, so they came, but it passed by, and I tried to wave to them come in. So the weather started to feel a little similar, but I don't know what happened a little later when it comes to the evening time, because suddenly the temperature went up and it started to rain instead, and it was raining. It was pouring. So when the clock was around 10 p.m., Trevor and I decided, no, it's not weather for going out and watch the fireworks. It's not actually funny when it's a blowing wind and it's raining that much. So I just washed all makeup off and I put on a PJ and I just listened to the fireworks when they started. So I think it was only going on for 30 minutes. Maybe better for the animals too when it didn't go that long. So, but I could listen to it at least. But it was not a big deal anyway. It's still just another day coming, so it's no big difference really. It's just another day in the calendar, so and a new calendar to start with. So we're gonna hope that this year's gonna be so much better because 2024 haven't been that great in some type of way, and still some issues in life that I can't get rid of, like my ex. That this year, 10 years since the divorce, I still have to deal with him, and I still can't get the last bits sorted, and that sucks. And he's a narcissist too, and he thinks that I haven't seen through what he's doing and that type of things, but I play my game towards him and let him think that he have all the game, but I know better. So I just hope that one day it's gonna come a change, so we don't have to deal with him anymore. Because last year it was so big issues with him, and it really was on the way to drag me down even more with other type of things that could lead to very serious effects on my life too. And I was so angry. And but I got everything sorted, and I was even sending him things. He didn't expect that I actually was and checked everything out in person. And I don't think he's gonna recognize me nowadays either, because I have changed a lot in how I look like when I finally went away from him. So I don't think he realized that I actually been in place. I've seen how bad he was treated the place, because I own that place still, but I can't sell it. It's too small for a family. It's not in that big standard either, so people maybe want to buy it for that one. And I know there's things going on, so they're gonna force people maybe in the future to connect to that type of water system and that type of thing. So I can't do really anything, and the bank don't want to help me either. So I just keep everything floated. He pay me a monthly rent for it, and I just keep things going. Ah, yeah, it's not bad to go in bed early either, Janet, because it's just another day. Just a little more fireworks maybe than usual, but at least we all have our ways to celebrate things or not celebrate, and not everybody thinks New Year's Eve is a big deal anyway. So, and with those times and everything, and everything goes so expensive, no matter what we are doing, we can't save in, and the wages is not going up either, but the prices is going up. It's ridiculous, and you see everything go more expensive, and you try to shop foods wisely, but still it looking down at the bags and wonder what did I put down now, that when it still ended up in that much, because I didn't expect it to be that expensive. And you see, no, it's not that you haven't picked wisely, it's just that they have higher the prices even more, and that's why I don't even bother go to sales if it should be something. If I don't know that is really put down a price, that I can still buy the things on sales during the rest of the year, because I know that they have now said that many companies, at least, yeah, we have laws against it, so they're not supposed to do that, but many still do. They hire the price just before a big sale, and then they put down to the similar price that they already had before they hired the price. So it's not really a sale, it's still the original price. But they are not really allowed to do that, but they do that, and the most are getting away, and that's why I don't bother even to go to the sales. It's only if I know the price tag and that type of things, and I see when I'm out and just looking after something I need, and I see, this was a really good price, then I can buy it for a price, because then I know it's a good price. But else, it's a little like going and thrift shopping is very hard here too. But I found one place that actually have good prices when it comes. Just the thing that you need to find the things you want. It's not just go and buy, because you need to find your size, and you need to find the things you want to wear too. So else is no idea to shop anyway. But I was watching some commercial on Instagram coming up from those type of thrift sites you have, like Selfie and Vinted and that type of things, because I know many Americans and people from UK, for example, say it's cheap for them to shop from there. But when I saw the examples, when I put down prices on things, especially the things that goths are interested in, and it was items from Killstar and other brands like Dr. Martens and that type of thing, those was sometimes even more expensive to buy that if you bought them from ordinary price from Killstar, for an example, or at least double the price from a Killstar sale. And Killstar is not that cheap anymore either. So I was thinking that is what without shipping included. That is just for the item. So for me, go to those type of sites is nothing. It's only if that is a brand or something that I feel like I can use that for my outfit or for what I want to wear it for, and I see the price is okay in that type of way for a thrift price, then I can buy it. But not for the prices they put on when it was like Killstar, EMP Rock Shops closed, and they got a Kana series or Black Premium series and that type of thing. They were expensive, very expensive, and it's not worth it. Ja, jag har färgat håret, men det var ett tag sedan. Jag har ju haft mer än en färg i taget, men jag bestämde mig för att faktiskt sätta i blått denna gången. And the person asked if I have color my hair, and I said yes, I have, but I did it for a while ago, and I had more than one color for a longer time now, but I decided to add some blue instead for the purple I had recently. But it looks probably a little more purple bluish in the camera, but it's actually one kind of blue, because I wanted to cheer myself up, and just being blonde is not that funny all the time. Yeah, sometimes you can put on a wig or something, but that's not the same. But that actually reminds me about that. I thought it was really fun to do my latest version of Medusa, because I was asked for a long time ago, actually, from Drago, that can you do a new Medusa for me for my dark ambient music? And I said, yeah, I can do it, but I can't promise when I'm gonna do those photos and that type of things, and you can pick what you want. And it went a little long time, but because I've been off now for a while, and I felt that okay, I got a little more energy, so now I can sort that out, because it takes a little time when you're gonna do that type of makeup too, because Medusa is special. You're gonna have to use fishnet to create a certain pattern on your face. It looks a little like a snake skin and that type of thing. So, but it was really fun, and the picture turned out very good too, and I was very happy with the results. So I'm looking forward for that type of collab again, maybe with some other YouTuber that want to do that type of things, and maybe even bring out even more advanced FX makeup, because I love that type of things. And you don't have to wait for Halloween to do them. I don't think so. Har du haft långt hår? Have you had long hair? Yeah, I had long hair when I was a kid. I had hair down to my bum. That is the longest I had, but that was a long time ago, very long time ago. And I shouldn't want to have that long hair anyway, because it's not that easy to handle. So, but I don't like short hair either, so I want to have a certain length at least. So I think it's an okay length I have now. I just wanted to have a little more thicker hair, but I dropped so much during my weight loss, so I hope everything's gonna come back, but it don't go that fast, even if I have changed a lot in the diet to put more energy for the body to start that process to start to getting back, but it takes time. So we have to see. Yeah. So I want to do a little more of those collabs too. I really love those collabs, and especially FX makeup. And I would love to one day actually be in a place, learn to do those things when they do the prosthetics. What do you call when you do the fake noses and change all faces and everything? I saw that on a TV show that was called Face Off from US, and that was one of my favorite shows. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, that looks so amazing, especially when they do these final things, and when you don't think they're gonna be ready in time to, when it's only 1 hour left, go back now, you're gonna do this last bit before the jury gonna decide how it went. And it was amazing things they did, and I should want to learn to do all that type of stuff, but the closest school I think is in the UK, and it costs a lot of money, so it's nothing for me. And to work with that type of stuff, you have to be very good, and I'm not sure Sweden is the right country to live in that case. You have to move to US or something and live closer to Hollywood or something, I guess, to even do a future, and then you have to be really good too, because they have so many that is that good, so they don't really need more people in that kind of way. But I should want to do more of that kind of things because I really like this gory stuff. I'm a big nerd when it comes to horror movies and that type of thing. So now actually this week have seen both Smile and Smile 2, and I thought Smile was great. I thought I'd seen it before, but I realized that I haven't. Mixed up that in my mind, which type of horror movies I see. But I liked the first Smile. The second Smile started to go a little over the top in the end. I'm not gonna tell what's happening. So if it comes to number 3, I know that Trevor said he don't want to see number 3, and myself is thinking, it was a little too much in the end on number 2, so they could keep a better storyline there, and the movie should be. It started good, but just the end destroyed everything I thought about it in the beginning. But I'm looking forward, and I know not tomorrow, but the day after, in Nosferatu gonna have premiere here in Sweden. We are a little after the other countries. I'm probably not gonna watch it on cinema because it's ridiculous expensive and it's been sold out those days you should want to go. And yeah, we're probably waiting for streaming things to come because they're not now coming out really fast, the movies too. So you don't really have to go to the cinema, even if it's very cool to go to the cinema too sometimes. But then you maybe want to know that it is a movie that you really want to see. And I'm not 100% sure. I heard good things about Nosferatu, but when it comes to original Nosferatu, it's not my favorite vampire movie, if I should say so. Thank you very much. A lot back to Sheila from Sweden. So I don't think I want to maybe go to the cinema. It should be very nice to actually go and dress up in a more vampiric way too. I should need to fix my fangs. I have fangs, but not the usual brand that I usually have, so I haven't used that type of thing they have for those. So I'm not 100% sure how that works. Usually buy scarecrow fangs when it comes to vampire thieves, but because the shops that usually sold them over here didn't have any this Halloween, and I thought it was a shame because the only one that I could find in one place was the little way too big or not the right type of look. So it was not for me. So I thought, okay, I can wait. It's not nothing I have to buy right now. I can buy it later, and I can buy it in internet too. I do know that I love Scarecrow as a brand when it comes to vampire thieves, and they do a lot of other type of thieves too. I just don't understand those when I saw a commercial about red and blue and green vampire fangs, but which vampire having that type of color? It looks ridiculous. And yeah, I know that there's a lot of things going on. I know that there's some Blade coming out with a new actor. I don't know if it's totally remake or something. I hope not because it can't beat the real Blade. It's a little like doing the remake when it was The Crow. You can't beat The Crow and Brandon Lee. That's the thing. They should never do remakes of some of the movies because it's just a terrible result. And the people have seen the original, grown up with them. They don't want to see those type of remakes because they are so bad. And when people say when it comes to the actor, like when it comes to The Crow and the new one, and they say, yeah, but it's a Swedish actor, it's Stellan Skarsgård. But I don't like Stellan Skarsgård. It doesn't matter if he's from Sweden. I was not 100% sure to see him as Pennywise either when it comes to it, the clown from Derry. So you see, and I know that that is a big actor family here in Sweden in Skarsgård. So been in a lot of different type of movies, not just his brothers and that type of things. So TV series like you have Loki in Vikings and that type of things. And I know that if it was Deep Blue Sea, one of his relative was one of the actors. So no, the Skarsgård is not my not my favorites at all. So it doesn't matter if they are Swedes or not. It doesn't matter if one of the brothers was in True Blood either. I didn't like that guy either. So you see, but I'm looking forward to see if they're coming any more good horror movies. Do you have any horror movies you like? I know that some people like different type of horror movies. Some want to have the more realistic ones, and some want to have it very gory, and someone wants to have the zombies and werewolves, vampires, or just that the world gonna end up in the chaos. It doesn't matter. I like all type of horror movies, but some of them are spoken more to my insight than others, and some are more better done too, so you can really feel that it could be something that could happen in the real world too. And I think those are a little more scary if they can get you in that type of force too, that those could actually be for real, not just that thing. I think they don't like when you watch things like Hostel. I'm not sure which one of it was, when the girl was the one that went out, that was one of the victims first, but she actually changed everything around in the end and got her revenge in that type of way. So that was a fun thing that actually could happen, because I used to be a backpacker when I was younger. I was traveling in Europe and that type of things down to Italy, and took the boat over to Corfu, that is one of the Greek islands. I'm not 100% sure what you are writing, Christian, but it's nothing wrong with English, it's just that I don't understand your sense. Ah, yeah, I know you're from Chile, you were writing that before, and I'm from Sweden. I'm a Swedish Eldergoth, a very old person that still are goth. And I've probably been darkly inclined born since the start, because I always loved those mysterious and witchy and spooky type of things since I was a kid. I loved hanging in graveyards, I still do, but not as often as I did when I was a kid. And they have started to destroy our graveyards too, taking away the old ones and replacing them with the new ones and modern ones, and it's not really the same. I think the old ones is more fabulous to watch, go around and see how they look like. They are actually pieces of art when they do them. You can see the work they put in and read how long they have been living, and if they put that, add some other type of text too. Thank you very much. I'm not sure I feel that cute, but thank you very much. So yeah, so we have to see. Maybe I'll do something more and try to see. I know it's an old graveyard not far away from where I'm living now. I've never been there, so I don't know how it looks like. But I can go there one day when it's nice weather and maybe take a look this year. So I can see if I can find it. It should be as old as the one I had the video on, that is from the inner part of town of Borås. And that one have still some bits of the old parts left, but they are starting to replace, and that's what I feel is sad, that they don't keep the old ones, because there's so much history about it, and you're gonna miss out so much when you take that away. So I don't think everything have to be modern. It's better to take the modern graves to another place instead, and just keep the other ones like in historical things, for us to learn a little more about the ages that was before, even when it comes to after death. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so, and like I said before, I want to do more do-it-yourself things. I want to go through my wardrobe and see what I need to change. Maybe do more collabs, hopefully. Not those type of collabs that goes for every week, because I don't have energy for it. I don't have time for it. I work full time. I'm just lucky right now that I'm off. I'm not gonna start work before the 7th, and I'm really looking forward to enjoy the last days too. And Trevor's going back to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to do at least one or two more videos during this time. So I have some spare videos, so I don't feel like I just 1 week ahead all the time. Sometimes I do more than one video, so I don't have to do, but I want to be a little bit busy too. And I know that we're gonna go to a big dog show this weekend that is in Gothenburg, that is very big, and I'm looking forward to that, because I really miss having a dog, but I can't afford to getting one, and it's very expensive to own. The vet cost and the insurance costs also expensive now, so I don't think I can pay for that much extra all the time when everything else is going up too. Even if I should probably feel much better if I had a pet. Unfortunately, we can't have a cat because Trevor is allergic, and I can't even secure the flat enough for summer times because we're living too close to a big highway too, and I don't want to risk cat to be outside and maybe be hit by a car or something, and that should make me very sad if that happened. So I sure want something, but it's very hard, and some type of animals Trevor is not interested to have anyway. I tried to suggest some other type of animals too, but he said no, 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 no. I said okay, and a dog we can't afford with, at least right now. You can't meet me, and I have a man in my life. But thank you for your interest. Thank you for your interest. I have a man. He's sitting in another room right now and playing music for himself and doing his models crafting. He do different type of cars and tanks and flights and that type of things, and motorcycles sometimes too. Especially sometimes when he asked if we're gonna do something, because some aircrafts that I do like the Swedish Viggen and the JAS Gripen is my favorite ones. And he also asked about motorcycles, and he know that my favorite is the Kawasaki Ninja. And I used to have motorcycles when I was younger, but when I got sick and lost my balance, I had to sell them. I had horses too when I was younger, but then a big accident came and I couldn't have that either, and my balance is not good either, and I have finger handicap nowadays, so I don't want to have that type of responsibility either. I should like to go on my ride a motorcycle again, but I did have two Harleys, so, and one that I'm actually changing over to being trike, and telling people that think it's easy to ride a trike is not, because you can't ride it as a motorcycle. It's not the same type. If you think you can do the same like you do on two wheels, you're gonna go off the road very fast. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Love to everyone. Yeah, so I should want to go back on a motorcycle, but not on a Harley maybe this time. I should want to have like a Kawasaki or something, and I know these other of the Japanese brands that works very well, and you don't have to have that big because they are doing really well nowadays. The smaller ones too, the 600 do very well. You don't have to have bigger really. So it should be nice, but it's very expensive to own too. And I took away that part of my license too when my balance was going off, because you need balance, because if something happens you need to be active. So yeah, you can see a golf can have a lot of different interests. And of course this year we're probably gonna go to the Viking markets too. We're probably gonna go to medieval markets too. And I hope this year is gonna be the medieval one that is not that far away from where we live too, because they didn't have anything last year, and I don't think they had anything the year before either. So I hope they're gonna have something. And we don't know how it goes with the vacation time too. When it comes to festivals and that type of things, it's very hard for me to even plan it because I can't take my vacation when I want. I still have to wait for the list that tells which period you can take. You can take, of course, outside those periods, but when it comes to summer, we can't decide on your own, because then you're gonna put us first in which period you are allowed to search for, and then you're still gonna have to wait for a yes or a no, or if you have to move it. And that's a bad thing. So I can't really plan for that type of things. I should want to go on things too, but it's about money and it's about getting time off. And some of those things must fit for Trevor too, because he's a metalhead and I'm a goth. I'm a goth that can listen to other type of music like metal and that type of things. Don't take it wrong. I don't think people should stick in just one box. Spread your interests. That's what I'm doing. That's why I have a channel that is just not focused on golf, because I want to show that a golf is like anyone else, just that you live under a certain subculture, and that's the music that is the one you love most, and everything like that. Maybe the lifestyle itself, but you shouldn't just put yourself in just this little world too. You should expand, else your creativity is not gonna work. And yeah, Is there anything else you want to know or something? Because else I don't know exactly what I'm gonna talk about, because it's better to have videos for something. So, but I do have a lot of YouTubers that I want to thank you. Dizzy is one, because he do a lot of shout outs for a lot of us golf YouTubers. He do some shorter videos sometimes too, and I wish that he should have more the confidence to actually start doing his own things too, because I think he can do things too. It's just that he have put himself in a way that he don't think that he can, but he can, because he do those shout outs anyway all the time, and he do amazing ones. So I think this is one that should. Gothic Story and Gothic Eternity is a really good YouTuber too. Have a lot of lives and everything that I can recommend. She's from UK. Her husband is always in the background too, especially during the lives. So he take care about the trolls and that type of things. And we got Lucky Blake. This is another one from UK that I like. And we got Angela Benedict. Is probably the first golf YouTuber I started to follow when YouTube was very new. And I'm happy that she's still there. And I know that she's gonna do a very big live soon, and it's gonna happen a lot of things, because she wants to celebrate her numbers and all the people that support her. And I think it's fantastic that she is so true. She's more into the 90s type of scene, but she is so great in everything, and she have great knowledge, and she do a lot of do it yourself. She sells some of the parts, and recently she started to go through her wardrobes too, and do those type of boxes that when she put together a lot of clothes items for a specific style, and then sell them on Etsy to someone that maybe can take care about the clothes a little more, because she have realized too that maybe it's not that good to have too much either, because you need to wear it sometimes, and you can't just have it for have it. Even if when we go back in time to have a time when it was so hard to get things, we didn't have internet, we didn't have those shops maybe either, and that type of thing. So then you did everything to get your things, and you wanted to, if you started to see those golf shops and that, and the first one on the internet too. So of course you saw clothes that you wanted, but you couldn't afford back then. And suddenly you're grown up, you have your own wage, and you maybe can afford it today. So of course it's easy to buy them and just put them in the wardrobe, but maybe don't use them as much as they should be used in that case. And it's Black Friday, so another YouTuber that now have 2 kids too. She's back on New Zealand, I guess. I think she was at least back there, because she moved back home from Scotland. And I think it's interesting to follow her too, because now she got kids, and that's so it changed a lot when you start to have a family. It's not just you. You need to focus on other type of things too that you maybe didn't have to do before. It's much easier to be alternative if you don't have that much. A partner isn't enough sometimes to take in calculation, but when you have kids, it's another game. And I don't have kids, so I have never had that type of problem that I have to deal with. I had family that didn't like my way, or thought that it was a type of masquerade type of life. When I had a sister, they asked if they could borrow my clothes for going to a concert, so they could fit into the concert. And I was saying to the person, to my sister, do you really think it's for just a masquerade? Either you buy it yourself, or you go in your own clothes. It's nothing about borrow my clothes to fit in to that type of crowd, because it's not a masquerade. It's my lifestyle, and the ones she wanted to borrow was the little more expensive one, like my corsets and that type of things. And you don't borrow out that type of things really. And now I don't have direct any contact with the rest of my family either. I realized that it's soon 7 years since my dad died. He died in April 7 years ago, and I still miss him a lot. He was the only one in my family that I really was connected to more, and he was maybe not that keen in the start when I was younger over how I look like and that type of things, but I did accept me as a person later. So even when I suddenly came with something that was not completely black, he could even comment that, you know that the leggings you wear is not black. And okay, I didn't think that you should not notice that type of things because they were covered by skulls instead, like in the white and grey type of tones. So I thought you should at least say that, why do you have skulls on your on your print or something like that? But no, it was the fact that it wasn't black. So it's a little funny sometimes when people start accepting you, so they can give you a comment like that instead. So you don't really expect it, but unfortunately he died in cancer, and I still miss him. And the rest of my family is a toxic one. So I decided after the funeral that I'm old enough. I have tried for so many years, and I still got shit from them from being who I am. So I thought I don't gonna bother anymore because I have my life. I don't need that type of negative energy in my life too, and especially not from my family. You can't pick your family. You're born into that, but you don't have to accept it for a lifetime either. You can create your own family. And I think another YouTuber that is talking a lot of that is Cryptic Jasmine, and she do talk a lot about mental things and other things too, and goth things. And of course, she have her lives when she interviewed bands and other goth people and alternative people, and I think she's great too. And I have my friends, Eldergoth friends like Nightmare Bliss. Tonight she's gonna do, or not she, they gonna do. I always forget that type of things because I'm older and we didn't have all those type of things. So when I stop being libertarian in my brain, I can say wrong, but I know it's they. Gonna do a live tonight in Swedish time, but I probably think it's a little early when it comes when it is US time. But today it's gonna be a live, so it's gonna be exciting because I know that Meg gonna tell about the new hair color and that type of things, and I'm very curious. I'm very curious, and I know that there might be other things coming up, and I hope that Jane Wilkes from UK gonna come back with more videos, even if she put down that bit too. But she have done some extra videos after she said she should stop with YouTube. So I think she's probably gonna do some more videos now and then when we don't expect it. But they're gonna be amazing too. Afternoon for people in US. Thank you, Janet. For me, it's gonna be 9 p.m. So I'm gonna have my headphones plugged in so I can listen to it and comment in the chat because I'm off. But Trevor going back to work tomorrow, so he needs to sleep. So if I'm gonna be able to do the live with Matt, so I'm gonna have to use headphones. But I don't mind. Looking forward to that. I just said that I'm gonna miss the one we're gonna do the 9th, even the day before birthday. So that one I'm gonna miss because I'm gonna be at work, and I guess it's gonna be during that type of hours, so I'm sleeping. That's the time difference that is so bad when you're connected with people all over the world and that type of things. Is there anyone else? Yeah, By Candlelight I can recommend. Very good guy from UK. Have very good knowledge when it comes to music and have a way to express everything about the music in a way so everything sounds very interesting. And of course we have all those different type of podcasts. I find another podcast yesterday, but it's old now. I think it's Midnight Somewhere Else or something like that, and it's actually from Toronto in Canada. So that was actually very interesting. I'm not now listening to the 4 first episodes, but I saw that they stopped doing it. But so I'm a little sad that it's not in fresher in time. But I'm gonna go through all the episodes, and I'm waiting for the next episode from Cemetery Confessions too. But I know that they shouldn't do anything in January, so I hope they're coming back in February. And they are really long, those episodes. But I'm gonna try to find out even more goth podcasts. I know that there are some. I think Gothcast or something like that have also a podcast about it. Hello, Bloody Ritual. Happy New Year. So, if you're curious of the goth scene, you can always go and search for those type of podcasts where people Some are only talking more or less about the music and the music scene itself. Some are doing a lot of mix about how it was to grow up or how it see the difference between now and then about being goth or alternative, no matter if you are something else, or maybe even compare the different type of subcultures that can often be mixed up when it comes to mainstream people, because many think we are just the same, but we aren't. There are some differences, but maybe for some people that don't know the facts, they think we are just the same. So it's not strange that you always see this comment, are you emo or something? No, I'm not emo. I don't even listen to that type of music. And you see, it's very, and like back in the days when we have to mix different alternative in the clubs too, for the clubs was so small, so they couldn't just live on one. So they maybe put together the goth culture together with the industrial, but it worked well because we love to dance, so that was a good combination too. Hola, Doctor Who. Hola, hola. Yeah, so it's just search for it and you're gonna find it. And I think it's interesting too. So even if I am an Eldergoth, I can still learn new things or getting this thing where they're talking about the past and things. So yeah, it was something similar even back here, but not exactly the same. But we can see the similarity, and I think that's amazing too. That even if we live in different part of the world, we still can have very big similarities when it comes to grow up as an alternative kid, especially when it compared to the mainstream kids and that type of things too. So many of us share a similar type of story behind it, and I think it's fantastic to listen to. And it brings back so many old memories too. I do miss my friends, but because I don't have Facebook and everything, so that's when it started around 2010, when people stopped using the ordinary ways and they stopped doing calls and text you by the phone because they thought Facebook was the shit. And I never had Facebook, never gonna have. So we lost in contact, and then they suddenly decided we are not golf anymore, and they hit away and went maybe to the 50s and 60s type of style instead. And I'm not that type of person either, even if I think they doing a real great job too. And we got Rebel Jackson. She's a great vintage pin-up too, and I do love her. And she's so friendly, and she have her artistic sons to take care of all her videos and photos and you name it. She's a great YouTuber too, and on Instagram she have different type of accounts, either from the vintage pin-up style or for photo side or that type of things. Yeah, Victorian Goth is a very beautiful style, but it's very expensive if you want to keep more than one outfit at a time too. So, but it's a very great way. I had a little more when I was younger, but because of everything changes and my weight loss too, so even the things I used back in the beginning of 2000 is not fitting directly on me, or I can just have it, but it's on the way to be too big too. So it's really hard because it's hard to find it, and you really want to try it on in person too to buy those type of things if you're not 100% sure about the brand and that type of things. Which movies I'd like to rewatch? The Crow is one of them. The Exorcist. You see, I'm old, so I like the old ones. I should want to see Omen again because I remember it like a good one, but maybe I've changed my mind now since I've been so much older. I think they tried to do some remake on that one too. I'm not sure if that's out already, but it should be interesting to see if Damien is as scary as he was when I was watching it first time. And of course, Nightmare Before Christmas every year at least once when it comes to this time of year is one of the one I rewatch all the time. I used to have a lot of films too and DVDs and that type of things, but I actually gave them away during this last year because I don't have room for it and I don't have a player for it either anymore. So I thought you can get so much things on streaming platforms. So it's not like you have to own everything, especially when you don't have the place for it. Because in Sweden we don't have those big flats and that type of things in the same way. Like when people say in the US that they live small, and I see their rooms and say, no, it's not small, it's a big one. I should be happy if I have that type of size. Do you like vampires? Of course I like vampires. I have bats in my background. I have eggs everywhere. Even on my belt. The Xena belt from Killstar is my favorite one, and I'm actually very happy that I could afford it, even if it was a bit expensive in the end because I had to order it from Killstar in US, and that means more expensive shipping, and then it got custom fees on top. So yippee for custom fees. That's why we don't order directly from some countries. You want to be inside the European Union if you're gonna order things to maybe don't get all the hard tax fees that can be ridiculous sometimes. Even when I got gifts from US and that type of things, I sometimes have to pay for getting them. So I think it's ridiculous. I haven't even ordered them. Some I didn't even know I should get, and I still have to pay to get them. So it's very sad that we live in a world that everything is about paying, paying, and paying, paying. You can't even get the gifts anymore. And it's a little like when I'm gonna send over things to UK. We had Trevor's mom and family, and I got my friends in UK. I want to send them things, so I still need to take in calculation for that type of thing. So it's not gonna cost them a lot. Oh dear, that's not an easy thing to answer actually. Because I do like a lot of food. I like Thai food, I like Greek food, and that type of things. I'm not vegetarian because I can't be that. I am not vegan in that type of case either because I have food allergies for the protein sources. But I eat some things vegan too. Depends on what it is and what they have in them. But I do like Greek food, Turkish food. I like pizza, and you name it. And we're gonna have pizza today. And someone asked me about tattoos. Yes, I have tattoos. It's very obvious if you just check here. You already check on some parts, and if you know me, it's gonna continue on other parts too. But I'm not gonna show them. But I do have tattoos. Thank you. So yeah, and I was hoping to get more tattoos, but the price is too expensive, and for I want to do something that is more proper and everything, or maybe change some I already have to make them look much better because some of them are really old. It's from the beginning of 2000, so the tattoos today is incredible good in many ways. So I should wanted to wish that I knew that back then that it should be so much change in everything. So then I should maybe wait for it and then get really great ones instead, and maybe do them even bigger, if you know what I mean. Because I don't think you should do it too small either, because from a distance some can just look like something disgusting and not like an art on your body, on your skin. So have you done anything fun for New Year's or planning for doing something today? And do you have a habit of eating pizza on New Year's Day? Because today is the big pizza day in Sweden, and we decided to do like everyone else. We not have any energy to cook because we're gonna come to the weeks for work when we're gonna have to prep food for the whole work week and everything, because it's gonna be long days and you don't want to cook every day either. So instead you prep for the whole week, and I thought we do like everyone else, we're gonna order pizza, and but because it's so big day, so you can't really know exactly when you're gonna get it, because when you call in the order it's so many that say, so it's not gonna be the normal waiting time if you're not lucky to be one of the first persons that order. So then you maybe not have to wait, but today it can be a long waiting time depending on when you're calling in and how many that already have ordered theirs. So, but it's gonna be great, and we're probably gonna take a look at some movie at the same time. And we have actually started to watch another TV series that is from Star Wars. What was it? Skeleton? Oh no, something with skeleton, and it's about kids instead for grown-ups. That is the main characters, and I think it's a cute storyline there too. And if you're a Star Wars fan, maybe that's for you. And we just saw the last season from, and now we're waiting for a new one because of course it's ended up like it's gonna continue again. So that's a little annoying, that type of things. And we're waiting for The Witcher to come, but I'm not sure I'm gonna like the new one because the new season because it's not the main Witcher anymore. They have changed the actor, and I think I don't think the new one can replace that actor. Oh, I can't really set away that much money at the time because everything goes more expensive. So when I think everything is sorted, so it's coming in new things, and because I need to go to the dentist that often and it's very expensive, so it's not like I really can save. But I hope that we can go back to UK again. But we haven't talked about it. At least do some type of trip, travel so we can meet up with other people. I was hoping that maybe go closer to London because I want to meet people there too. I have people that living around London and Brighton, and I know Trevor have friends from the model crafting circle. He is included in when it comes to the English people he know in England. I do have the same type of hobbies. So it could be good if we could do some combination so we can meet up with his friends and we can meet up with some golf YouTubers that I know that lives more in the south. Because when we went over to UK last year, so then we went up to the northwest. So it's a big step, and especially when you don't have a car or something to travel in, so it's not that easy to meet up. But we went down to Wales at least, so I met two friends there. And that was fantastic. And I should want to see them too again, but everything is about money. I should want to go to Whitby when they have Gothic weekend too, but probably should prefer the one in October because that is more Halloween related. The spring one probably okay, but I think I should prefer the later one if I had to pick one. And I should want to go to Metaluna too, but it's about vacation time and that type of things. I'm not sure I'm gonna be approved vacation during certain times. So it's not like I can buy a ticket right now and take a chance. It's like Subkult Festival in here in Sweden too. It's in during the summertime, even if it's just 1-2 hours travel from here. So if it's during a time when I have to work, so I don't gonna have any energy, and my working hours is now even worse. So it's not gonna be much time over, and you see, too much money sometimes. Thank you very much. The most expensive is probably to going abroad to all the things. Yeah, I should want to go to US for example. I should want to go to Australia, and you name it. And different places have different goals too, of course, because Australia is because of it's lots of things going on there. And I do know about those things that have to do with great white sharks. I'm very interested of great white sharks, and one channel I actually can recommend if you are into that type of things is the Malibu artist. They do those magnificent drone videos about the great white sharks, whales, and orcas and other type of sea related things. And yeah, Carlos do incredible clips with his drones and that, and he's from Malibu, I think, in US. And so of course I should want to go somewhere there too, and especially go around and see all those type of things because I know Grim Life Collective. There is another YouTube channel that they do thing around movies and horror and that type of things. They show all those amazing places with horror themed things, and I should want to go to that type of things too. So it's a lot of things Goth would love to, and of course I should want to go to the different type of Goth festivals too. A dream is Vegetir, but I have understand that Vegetir is not on one place, so that should be make it very hard for me because I'm very bad when it's come to going between things I don't know where they are, and go to Germany and you don't speak German that well, at least not so you can do it proper. That should be so stressful, I think. So I think Meralunia should be a better start if you go to a golf festival in Germany at least. So I should say Meralunia is one of the dream, Gothic Weekend in UK is one of the dream, and of course travel to a lot of different places in the world. If I if I buy 1 million tomorrow in dollars too. Oh, that was a big question, a very big question. But I think I should pay off all my debts. first. I should get rid of my thing that I have still going on with my ex-husband since 10 years ago, so I can get rid of him from my life for once. And probably buy a flat in UK too, so we can live in both Sweden and in UK. And yeah, start there at least. That should be a dream, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But if I had that, I should quit the job immediately. As far as I had the money on my bank account, I should go to my work and say goodbye. I'm not gonna stay. Now I'm gonna live my life in my way. And if I want to work, I work with something I love, and probably something that is goth related in that type of thing, music related or whatever. I could even work for someone without having a wage, if you know what I mean, just to get a way to be with people with the same type of interests. So that would be amazing. So yeah, it's so much you can dream about, but I don't think money is always the answer all the time either. I think we need a better world, because the world is not a happy place to be right now, and I don't think it goes better either, because it's so much stress people, it's so much people full of hate, it's so much people that now starting to move in the wrong direction. I've seen even I feel sorry for all my alternative people or people that are into the LBQT and that type of things, because I now see the harms on them, or even that when you can't decide even over your own body, they start to go back in town when it comes to laws and that type of things. And I think it's ridiculous. Why should a woman have to have a man to decide over her body what she can do and can't do, for an example? Are we living in the medieval ages or what? No, we're living in a modern time. It shouldn't go that direction. We should be able to be ourselves. We should be able to feel safe and all that kind of things, because I think it should be much more happier. And I wish that it was not just all about money grabbing all the time, that the rich people still want to grab even more, and then now start to do the healthcare system and everything even so bad in many countries that maybe had a good one from start. Sweden had a good one, but the latest years it's gone just worse and worse and worse. Now you can't just even trust that you have the hospital can do everything for you anymore either, because everything is about money today. They want to gain money to people that have invest. It's not about we having a good health or something like that anymore. Lucky we don't have that problem like in US, that you need to have a health insurance, but if you're gonna continue that road we're going now, it's probably gonna end up that type of way, and I don't want to see that. What TV shows were the most influential and eye-opening for you? I'm not sure I had that type of eye-opening one, but yeah, because back in my younger days we didn't have that much to choose from. But I know that I used to love to watch The Tube. Was a music program from UK with Paula Yates. I think Bob Geldof was the other host, because they could play a lot of different type of music, yeah, not just the one that was on the top list and that type of things. And that's how we discovered all the different type of bands, because Sweden was not that big. And of course, the first really catching TV series, the original of Addams Family, and we're talking about the black and white one, the original. Addams Family is always going to be a great bit of my heart too. So yes, I'm not sure I'm gonna stay so much longer now, because I'm sitting here for a long while now, and it's soon time to start getting ready for the day. And I think maybe Trevor's soon ready with his painting and that type of thing, so I can go and disturb him and ask when we're gonna do our food orders for the pizza of today. So maybe we can watch some good film or something, or stream something. I'm not sure what we're gonna watch yet, but I hope we have something good still to watch. And yeah, so I'm gonna wish you all a good start of 2025, and stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other, and love you all. Oh, that's a big question, and I don't have birthday before end of August anyway. But we can take that another time. As I'm gonna go, and I hope you have a great New Year's Day. Bye!